All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And now running right through him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Hey, let's go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
20, 11. Gun. Left. Gun. 22.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Clay Matthews. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set. 180. Gun.
On 1st down, Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Set. 180.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to fire one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
21. Hey, Rick Lance.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
12.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. On the move to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after here coming up. Point after right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
180.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
180.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Nice move at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. On 2nd down, Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
39.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
21. Right.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he is out of bounds here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? He's going to get it running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being...
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
180, 180, great.
On first and 10, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
From the gun, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. 20. Gun, gun.
Now a first down throw for Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Newton on first down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Great, great, great. Set 180. Gun, gun. 53, 8.
On second and 10, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Set 180.
From the 50, Newton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10, Newton again. He's going to fire one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Set. 180. 20. Mike, check.
Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Set. 180. Express. Express. Check. Done. 80. We got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing again. Newton. His throw caught. What about the 5? And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Gano the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down. Newton throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Do some. Set. 180. 20. Express.
Here's Newton now on second down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set. 180. Hey. Great.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Gun. That boy got 4 down. Set. 180. Hey.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. Penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 9 there, and that's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Ryan now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 23 yards on the play. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have broken our tie. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Do some. Set. 180.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. Back 80.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 180. Great. Hey.
On 1st down, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Tuesday.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
20. Great.
Here's Ryan to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st down, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
21. 59. Ready.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet, and he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Let's go. 21. 54, south.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
12. 21.
They run. Devontae Freeman able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Freeman again. Freeman with a fast feet, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
20.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Back to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is all 30 yards downfield after that play.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Tuesday.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Hey, replay. 25 tonight. Hey, let's go.
Now the pitch to Freeman. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, twisting away. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Atlanta, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week.